Hi there and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jane and my husband Mike is holding the camera. We're British, early retirees, debt and mortgage free, and living a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life on a super tight budget here in the gorgeous, lovely Brittany in northwest France. And every Friday we open our kitchen and share something food related with you. And this week I'm cooking for you. Because I'm British, I've got an absolute favourite pudding, which is sticky toffee pudding. If you go to the UK and you go to a pub or a restaurant or just about anywhere really, you'll find this on the menu. It's an absolute classic. It's so quick and easy to make. Here we go, sticky toffee pudding. I'm going to run through all of my ingredients for making my sticky toffee pudding. And I'll talk about some alternatives as well, because here in France I have to buy things a little bit differently, and that might be the case for you where you live. I'm not going to be going through weights. All of that will be in the description box below, in metric and in American cup measurements too. I've started off here with self-raising flour. Now, if you don't have that elsewhere in the world, you would use regular flour and baking powder. And I will obviously, as I've said, all of that will be in the description box below. I've used gluten-free self-raising flour. So if anyone says to me, can you make this gluten-free? This recipe is gluten-free, but it's exactly the same to make it with regular flour. I then have softened butter, 2 eggs, soft brown sugar. I have here 150 grams of dates and 150 millilitres of boiling water and 1/2 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. I haven't bought fancy dates, the posh dates. I just bought the cheap ones that you can see here, which are a bit harder, and I've taken the stone out myself and cut them up myself, and I've added the bicarbonate of soda to soften it. If you got the fancy medjool dates, you wouldn't need that, but you can see here it really does soften it down. So I have butter. I also have here cream, and I'm using cream, not milk, because as you can see, cream comes in a litre. Now, what we've got here is creme entiere, which in the UK you would use double cream, and if you're in America or other countries you would buy heavy cream. We can't get double cream or heavy cream here. This is the nearest thing I can get to it. So your sauce will be slightly thicker than mine. Mine will be okay. I find this okay. This is long life cream as well. And what I've got left in here, I will put in a tub and I will freeze that. I will then add in some vanilla flavouring. You could add vanilla essence as you choose. And I will then add in some black treacle. This elsewhere is called molasses. And that is for the pudding part of it. And the dates are the part that make the actual pudding part of it sticky. The toffee sauce is made from soft brown sugar, butter, creme entiere or double cream or heavy cream, and again a spoonful of dark treacle or molasses, as you may call that. So those are the ingredients. What do you need to make it? You need a bowl and a spoon. I prefer to stir everything with a spatula, and I have here a 7 by 12 baking dish that I have thoroughly buttered, and I'm going to start making it. First of all, in my bowl, I placed in the softened butter, and then I added into that my brown sugar. And then using my spatula, I creamed it all together. You watch me add this ingredient by ingredient, but I'll be honest with you, you could add the whole lot to a bowl and just stir it together and just make sure it's really well mixed. But I like to do it the old way and cream together the butter and sugar first. And then I'm going to put in my eggs and my flour, half the flour, one of the eggs, and beat it all through. Because then I make sure I haven't got any lumps. Whoops, flour everywhere. Typical of me. I make more mess than cooking. There we go. So mixing it all together a bit at a time, adding it all in. And then I'll add in the rest of the flour and the eggs. Getting it all mixed in there. Yeah, more mess. That's me. Another egg. In it goes. And now, because I've decided I'm making such a mess anyway, I'll probably just add the rest of all the ingredients, just pop them all in. Keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. There we go. Now, as you see, I've used cream, but you could just as easily use milk. And in the description box below are all the measurements, everything that you need. So I'm giving it a good bash. Get all the dates in and all the liquid and get that stirred in as well. I don't know about you, but I make a real mess when I'm cooking. It can absolutely go everywhere. Flour, absolutely everywhere. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get in my spoonful of treacle. You call that molasses. You can add 2 if you like of this. I don't quite like the dark taste as much. I like the darkness, but not too dark. You know what I mean? And the same with the vanilla. I'm putting in 1 complete tablespoon of vanilla. You could put in less. You could leave it out if you wanted to. So there we go. It's all the ingredients are all in there together now. So getting it all mixed up together. It's quite a wet mix, but don't worry about that. It can look a bit split at times because you've got quite a lot of water in there and that can cause it to kind of split. And all that's left now is to get it into my well buttered bowl. I usually make a hash of this. I usually get half of it in, drop the bowl, it goes everywhere. I'm such a messy cook. Then give it a good scrape out. I am not a chef. I don't like to leave any in the bowl. Do you see that on the telly? They've left half of it behind. Quick, get it out. There we go. Anyway, in it all goes. Smooth it all out. And I'll get it into the oven. And again, the times of cooking and the temperatures of the oven will be in the description box below. That's it. As good as it's going to get. And it's going to go in the oven now. Whilst my pudding is cooking away in the oven, I'm going to make my toffee sauce. I start off by melting the butter. And you might think that I'm stirring things really, really quickly in this section of the video. I'm not. It's on double speed because you don't want to sit there watching somebody stirring and stirring and stirring for ages and ages. So I get it all melted, make sure it's all, and then I'm going to get my sugar into the pot as well. There she goes, stirring it away, just checking it, just checking it. I think that's good enough now and I can get the sugar in. There we go. So I've got some light brown sugar and some dark brown sugar combined there because I ran out of the light brown sugar. But I want to be flexible when I'm cooking. I wasn't going to go to the shop and buy more. And I'm adding in 1 tablespoon, 1 generous tablespoon of treacle, also called molasses. Oh, I'm making a mess. I promise you, I make more mess than food. I really do. And giving it a good stir. I'm stirring it all the time because sugar can burn and I really do not want that to happen. So when I'm stirring it as well, and I like to use the rubber spatula, I can feel if all of the granules have softened and dissolved into the butter. And yeah, still wiping it up, still making a mess. That's me all over, that really is. Okay, so next of all, I'm going to get the cream in. And it does spit a bit. You might want to put it in a bit at a time. Me, I just plop the lot in there. So I've got it all in there and I'm giving it a good stir until I cannot feel any sugar granules, until it is completely combined and it's really smooth. And now, as I said to you, I cannot get heavy cream or double cream here in France. So my cream's a bit thinner. So your sauce will actually be a bit thicker. But don't worry about that. I promise you it will taste of toffee. It'll be a beautiful, beautiful flavour. Go on, hit the like button. You done it yet? Thank you very much. Thank you for all your comments to all subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, go on, join the Frugal family and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, because we make 3 videos a week. And we will see you soon. Bye.